won't let me because it says please sign into
It's okay.
Ubis.
I got it on my end. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Hi there, peoples.
Hey. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host, and along with Dr. Finn, we make up the RSG crew. Sorry about the delay. YouTube is being mentally damaged right now. I don't know why it was doing that. It's really funky. I don't know why it's doing that, Finn. Pissing me off.
Because it wants to take you to
I don't know.
Funky Town.
I don't know what the hell it's doing.
It wants to take you to Funky Town.
Why does it do this, Finn? Why?
Because it's Funky Town.
I don't know. But anyway, welcome to our lunch stream. This is where we hang out with you good folks for the next hour and a half. We are going to do a roster review. It is Grand Arena time. We're going to review how our defense did in Grand Arena, and then we're going to attack, and show you some of the best counters to use against these teams that we will be facing. So help you guys get better at your Grand Arena, so stay tuned for that. If you have questions, go ahead and pop those in chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement, and either myself or Dr. Finn Medicine Woman will scoop those up. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our Patreon, and we'll get to the ACS stuff at the end of the stream. That being said, let's introduce the panel of knuckleheads that'll be joining us today. Of course, you already heard Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
Hi.
We also have Grim the Mechanic. Grim the Mechanic.
The mute button.
It would help if I unmuted myself, wouldn't it?
God.
Sorry about that. How's it going, guys?
Such uncomfortable silence.
Give it one of those days.
Yeah. Also joining us from across the pond in old jolly old England, Mr. Michael Hunt.
One day I will get that mute button before or quicker than 12 parsecs.
And then last but not least, joining us from wherever he is, the one and only Xylo Takedown is here.
What's up? No, I'm just kidding. What's up, guys?
Ever do that again. Yeah, don't do that.
Granda needs to show up.
Yeah, let's not do that, please. Jesus, God, don't do that.
I'll take some crayons, though.
All right, we got a roster review today, so get your questions in. We're gonna do Grand Arena. I gotta say, you guys are gonna be very happy with how our Grand Arena defense did. So we'll look at that here in a little bit. But we got a roster review. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into our roster review today, which is Kryla. And Kryla is in First Disorder, so shout out to First Disorder. And let's see what they want today. So Kryla says, I'm currently finishing up my Ewoks team, and I'm thinking to go to Sith next since I have unlocked all of them, but never worked on them. You can help me find a good Sith team with the least amount of Zetas required possible. My main problem is that I'm a fairly recent player, 1 year and 3 months, so I'm very short on Zetas. That's why I cannot only focus on very heavy Zeta teams and focus on a lot of side characters. I just unlocked Wampus, so I will probably work on him very soon. Alright, so let's just look here. He's doing phenomenally well in Arena and Fleet. Do not need to go there for 2.9. He has a Revan team. He's kicking butt. And he's got the Fleet team with the old MILF. So he's doing great there. I'm going to disagree with your statement there that you don't have a lot of Zetas. Therefore, you like to use... Listen, my philosophy on Zetas is if you're going to pick a team and you're going to go all in, you go all in. It doesn't matter if you have the Zetas or not. Now, right now, we're in a kind of a hold pattern, because we don't know what's coming around the corner. We know there's a curveball coming, so you should be hoarding your stuff to see if you can go for whatever this character is going to be. We believe it's going to be either a Malik or a Darth Revan that's coming in the next couple weeks, so we're encouraging people to hoard if they can. Some people have to work on their rosters, but for me, when I started working, I didn't have any Zetas either. But what I did is I picked a team, and if you're going to go Sith, for instance, if you want to work on Sith, fantastic. But you go all in. You do with the Zetas, even if you don't have the Zetas, right? You don't mix and match and go piecemeal all over the place with your Zetas because you're not rounding out your teams. And that's what this is really about. It's about rounding out your roster and rounding out your teams so you have more diversity in Grand Arena, Territory Wars, and etc., etc., etc. That being said...
He's also not as short on Zetas as I think he thinks he is, but he is using Zetas not very sparingly.
That's okay.
No, so I just want to mention.
So what do you mean by that?
So look at his roster. He has some Zetas that I think we could question a little bit. Now, again, you play this game for fun. If your
Yes.
fun is with particular teams, go all in. I have no issue. You are playing with whatever purpose is good for you. Some people play to min max. Some people play because they like certain characters and they really want to work on those characters. I mean, we have all different kinds of players in the game. But when you're talking about Zetas, and we're looking kind of at the top of your roster and where some of your Zetas have gone, right? You have a double Zeta Aura Singh. Aura
Maybe-
Singh is a very late game character. She's not a character you need early on, let alone with two
Unless
Zetas.
he's using it for phase 3
So-
of the Sith raid.
Which you can, right? But again, is that the best use of your Zeta? You have a Zeta, you have the second Zeta on BB-8. We always recommend roll with the punches, but you also have it on the self-preservation protocol, which only helps droids, right? And typically with Jedi Training Raid, the only other droid is R2-D2. So were you really spending all this extra Zetas on trying to improve your Sith rate? Because those Zetas, not to mention additionally the Zeta that you have on Haldo, are what I'm looking at right now, like 4 Zetas that probably could have been spent somewhere else that would have given your overall roster a better boost. Simple example, you don't have
Darth
Royal
Traya.
Friend on Chewie, you don't have the unique on Mother Talzin. I mean, you have some Zetas that are, we would probably consider a little more critical than others, right? And so again, it depends on why you did the Zetas. I'm just kind of mentioning that as Zetas that you may not have needed, right? If you spent it because you really like those characters, I'm not opposed to that. You spend how you want and however you enjoy the game. Again, it's a game. You do to whatever you want fun. But if you're looking to kind of optimize, right, you want to make sure that you're focusing on particular squads and you're trying to find the most effective squads with the least amount of Zetas. And if you're looking for a bounty hunter squad, for example, really the only Zeta you need is Boss Leap. If you're putting Bosk on defense, you may want to get Bosk unique, but you don't need Boba's Zeta. You don't need Aura Singh Zeta. I mean, you can just run Bosk, Boba, Dengar, Greedo, Cad Bane, or IG-88, or Aura Singh, or whoever you want in the 5th. You have a solid bounty hunter squad. Same thing with Haldo, right? Haldo really doesn't need her Zeta. I find her very useful. I use her, especially
Mine's gear 12, yeah, but she does not have the Zeta.
Yeah, and she's just really useful because her use in like the Zeta Finn team, for example, is an AoE that allows you to trigger all of the exposes at once in order to get more turn meter for your team. Used to be with R2, but R2 now typically falls with the Jedi Training Raid team, and so little things like that I think would help you with your Zeta management. If again, I don't know the reason why, and that he mentioned before that he's in Europe, so he may not be able to catch this live.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Just let us. I mean, you can let us
Message
know
us.
kind of what your reasons are for some of your Zetas and stuff. But what I'm looking at is that you do have some Zetas on characters that we wouldn't recommend until late game. And so when you're looking at the Sith team, we want to try and prioritize particular Zetas in order to get you your best bang for your buck. And really, there's only 2 Zetas you need. Both of them are on Traya.
Yeah.
If you can get Traya double Zetaed, the entire Sith team will work. Again, with gear, of course, right?
Yeah.
The Sith, you can do Traya, Nihilus, Scion, which all of them need gear. Your Triumvirate are not geared right now, right? So you'll need to work on that. And then you can plug in some other characters in the 4th and 5th slot, and most of them don't need Zetas. You can put in a Sith Trooper as an additional tank. You can put in Emperor Palpatine if you're facing Jedi and Rebels in order to get that extra damage off of it. You can do Fallen Bastila. You can do Sith Assassin if you want extra speed. What I would typically recommend if you're just going full Sith would be Traya, Scion, Nihilus, Sith Trooper, and Dooku. I find that to be probably the most effective team.
Well, I think Battle of Fallen's starting to take that shine off of Dooku. That's as a team that people are using more and more. The main thing is you've got Trey at 5-star, you got Nihilus at 7, and you got Scion at 7. Mm-hmm. And those 3 alone, if you did the Zetas and nothing else on any Zetas in this team, you'd be fine. And even Nihilus, you don't. I mean, the 3 main priorities is Trey and Scion, right? And it's about gear, and you've got the team ready to go because you farmed in. Trey is good she's really good at 5 stars. And you've got other pieces that you can add to that team that not even Sith. You can throw Thrawn in there. You can throw Nest in there, and they make the team. They work just as fantastic as anything else. But getting the Triumvirate, I think, is your next gear and Zeta priority. And if you don't have the Zetas, you don't have a lot of Zetas, it's okay. You focused on a team, and that's what you do. For the longest time, that's all I did. As soon as I got a Zeta, I was on a team like First Order. When I went all in on First Order, I went all in on First Order. I didn't have any Zetas. So I did Crew first and then his Zetas. Then I did First Order Stormtrooper. But I didn't leave the team until it was Gear 11 with the Zeta so it could be functional in whatever I was using it for. Then I did the Night Sisters. Then I did Imperial Trooper. And just on down the line, right? So, but you want to start with your heavier hitting teams. Jedi Knight Revan team. Your Sith team with Traya. You start going down the line from the top middle team. CLS team with what they need. Han Solo needs a Zeta. R2 needs a Zeta. CLS needs it. Binds all things. There's a lot of things that you gotta. So you go by your top teams, and then you start working your way back from there. Then you do your troopers. All you need on your troopers is Veers. The rest of them do not need their Zetas at all.
If he wails on Droidica, he'll have a kick-ass.
How dare
all
you?
those droids.
So, there's really nothing you can change at this point with your Zetas and what you're focusing on, but we just want to make sure that moving forward, whatever you're doing with a purpose. And we don't know what your purpose was with some of these things.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So just some food for thought there with regards to your Zetas. You can create a Sith team with just a few Zetas there with your Traya. The Scion one is good, but the Scion one can actually hurt you against the Imperial Troopers or the Magnum Trooper and all of that. So, if you're looking for a Sith team, that would be the direction I would go.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely the Sith Triumvirate, even if you don't even have the Zetas. But I would at least start working on their gear and hoard a little bit. But let's see what's going to be this next character coming out. Because if it is a Darth Revan or Malak and it does require 3 Zetas and you can get it, well, let's see where you are with your Old Republic. Let's see where you are with that. And then we're going to go through your pillar system about what you should be working on. Because you're still in that pillar zone. Basila's 5, Ordo's 4, Garth is 4, Johannes 4. So you're working on them. So that's good. Keep working on those characters. That's totally fine. That's your farm. Keep working on them. Now,
actually, I don't think he's working on them.
I don't know if he is or not.
Because 4-star probably means he just bought the marquee pack.
It could be. I don't know. I'm just saying. It looks like
yeah.
this because
I don't think
Basila's 5.
He's not working on it right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
He has other things he can prioritize, so I'm okay if you're not working on it. Because if he was, I would have. He either hasn't been working on it, or he has worked on it and hasn't started them up.
Sure.
Ordo for sure would be more than 4-star since he came out. So.
Ewoks look great, and I want to look at the pillars. So for pillars, let's see. 3PO is 5 stars. So when 3PO comes around, his Ewoks are good enough that he's going to get a 7-star 3PO, and that's the main pillar that he's just missing. So you're good there. So I definitely will start working on the gear, at least the gear for the Sith, right? And hoard your resources for Zetas and stuff until we see what's going to happen if you are going for that character. Now, if you don't plan on going for that character, then you're all in on Sith. 2 Zetas for Traya, and then start working. The next one Scion, next one Nihilus if you're going to go all in. But you've got to go all in. And you work on that team. And then once you're Sith done, then we can start going through your teams and see what you need to work on next. Bounty Hunters look fantastic. Don't need to touch them again. You've got 5 Gear 12 Bounty Hunters that are really nice. If you're farming Django, which looks like you are 6 stars, it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's a great place, and plus you're getting the ships for... Bosca's ship, then that's totally fine. First Order. It's a team eventually you're going to work on with gear and Zetas, but it's not.
He has the characters that he needs a 7-star because he got BB-8 and everything. So
yeah. So it's something he can work on down the line. Imperial Troopers. Again, solid, needs some gear and stuff, but keep working on farming your Stark. He's the spark plug for that team. Let's see. Jedi.
I have to say, just looking at the roster, this is a really good roster for somebody that's been playing.
Night Sister's perfect. Zeta on Mother Talzin unique, and your Night Sister's done. So if you do have a Zeta, because you got to work on the gear and stuff and your Sith Triumvirate and stuff, you could go ahead and put that Zeta on Mother Talzin's unique, and your Night Sisters are done. Gear 12 look great. beautiful job with the Night Sisters. That is a team that will really go a long way for you. So that's a team you can work on putting with that unique. That's a Zeta you could put on right now, and I wouldn't have any problem with it because it completes your Night Sisters. Still going through. We already looked at your Rebels. We looked at your Sith. I mean, from what I'm seeing, just for the main things, going to Resistance. Resistance looks fantastic. Even had Scav Ray and Resistance Trooper done. So yeah, looking at your roster, farm what you're farming, but I think if I was going to recommend a Zeta, it would be Mother Talzin to round that up. You need to work on gear of the Sith Triumvirate and then farm who you're farming. I think that's your priority. You're good to go for 3PO with your Ewoks when he comes back around. Don't need to bother with them. That's where I'd go. I mean, are you guys seeing anything differently in this or any recommendations? Because that's what I'm kind of getting a sense of when I'm looking at this.
I mean, I'm seeing the same thing. He's done a really good job of building his roster.
Yeah.
The only so I can't criticize it, but it depends on how he wants to build his roster. He's gone very heavy in Gear 12s.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you view the game and what your most interest is in this game. If you are looking to just dominate in like Grand Arena and those kind of things, right? Gear 12 is the way to go. And there's a lot of people that love Grand Arena, and so if that's what your focus is, then go with Gear 12. You want to optimize your Gear 12, you want to minimize everything else, and you have a lot of level 1 like Gear 1 characters, which is perfect. And so that's what you're
for Treya.
If you are
Gear 1 level 1 Treya.
Yeah. Yeah. Treya, Scion, Nyla, if you are looking to get teams that are viable, right, but allow you to pivot. And what I mean by pivot is that you're able to do PvE content, you're able to do PvP content at the same time. That means territory battles, territory wars, Grand Arena, right? Gear 12 slows down your progression on your roster. It just takes longer to get a character from Gear 11 to Gear 12, right? Naturally, because there's more materials needed, and especially a lot of these characters sometimes need materials after Gear 12 in order to actually be effective. And so what you want to actually look at is whether or not you want to potentially just go to Gear 11, and that'll allow you to kind of build your roster so that you have more viable characters. A lot of characters are just usable, are perfectly usable at Gear 11. What matters is the mods, and we'll take a look at your mods to see how you're doing with that. But the mods is also going to be pretty important. And so it's all about the direction you want to go with your roster. I'm not opposed to the direction you've gone. We'll take a look at your mods to see how you've modded your characters, but it's whether or not you want to focus on just Grand Arena, which is pretty much what your roster is doing right now. If that's what you want to do, no issues. If you want to try and build your roster so that it's a little bit more diverse, allows you to get into more areas of the game effectively, and you're a free-to-play, because obviously if you're a whale, things kind of change. But if you're a free-to-play player and you're looking to expand, I would say slow down on the Gear 12s, start increasing your Gear 11s. Just get more usable characters to Gear 11, start building those factions, start getting their mods on them, and that'll allow you to expand your roster a lot more. And a lot of these teams don't require several Zetas. They may only require like 1 or 2. Revan is kind of the exception, right? Because Revan requires 2. You need the 1 on Grandmaster Yoda, and you need the 1 on Jolie to really...
He actually requires all 3.
Yeah.
Plus really Jolie and Grandmaster Yoda. That's 5 Zetas. You know, it's... he's an investment, but he's worth it, right? Same thing with the Sith. The Sith are fantastic, and they are worth the Zeta investment. But yeah, I think put the one on Talzin and start working on your Sith Triumvirate. That's your next focus, and then keep farming the characters that you're farming. I think you've done a great job. I mean, a lot of the rosters and just work your way down. Once you get your Sith done, maybe you go to First Order and round them up, so you have another team on defense. Your Bounty Hunters are good. Your Night Sisters are good. You got the Jedi team. You know, you'll get 3PO when he comes around, but your Rebels look really solid. Resistance looks really solid. So now you're just starting to get those teams out. I think if you get the Triumvirate and the Sith in your lineup, you're going to look really good. It's going to give you some mainly really solid teams that you can use in Grand Arena and Territory Wars and Territory Battles that are really going to help you out, especially in Dark Side Territory Battles. So if you can start working on your Dark Side, which will be the Triumvirate, getting them round up with your Sith, then working on your First Order, and then your Imperial Troopers, that's going to really round out your roster to really put you in a really good spot. I think you're going to be in an excellent spot more than you are right now.
What's his HK like?
His what?
His HK.
HK 47.
Yeah, let's look at his droids.
Also, too,
he's
he has
seven.
a 7-star.
Yeah,
Level
7
1
stars. Yeah, it's level 1, but it's 7 stars. So this is another thing I really like about his roster. No fluff. Stars done, no fluff. This is an absolute perfect example of what you want to do. It's fine to farm the stars, but if you're not using the character, don't add anything else to it unless you're ready to start using it. I like this a lot, that he's done this a lot with his characters. If he's not using them, like the Triumvirate, he's not using them yet. And it's a perfect way about going about doing it. Outstanding job.
It's a super solid 1 year, 3 month roster. It's a very solid.
No fluff. I mean, I love it. I think it's fantastic. You know. But his HK 7 stars. Does that answer your question, Michael?
So he's ready to pivot on that if needed.
Yep, it was that was the main thing. I mean, the rest of it, gear wise, if I recall correctly, he wasn't too bad.
No,
HK 47
HK 47 was not
Yeah.
terrible gear in terms of.
No, he's
Again, it depends on what you're comparing, right? If you're putting it in context of IG 100, nothing is bad.
Right. I think mine's gear
man.
10.
What,
mine's gear
what star
10, and
level
I
was
could take him
his 3PO
to.
again?
I could take him to. Oh my god, I could take him to 11, no problem right now.
3PO was 5-star.
Oh, perfect. So 3PO's coming back this month too, so a little extra love
And
for
it
the
looks
Ewoks
like his
coming
Ewoks
up.
are ready to go.
There you go. I hope you get 3PO going around 7 stars, brother.
Yeah, I mean, he has him at gear 11 and then or gear 10 or gear 11. He has a 12-star gear 12 Wicked. He has a gear 10 Turbo
Nice.
with Zeta, and then gear 11 Elder, Paplu, and
Oh,
Lava.
he's got 3PO in the bag.
Yeah, he'll
He's
do
solid.
just fine. Mm-hmm.
All right, that's mainly what he asked us for in this roster review. There's nothing else.
I am going to his mods. I'm going to take a look at his mods here for a second.
We're going to look at his mods.
We're going to look at his speed secondaries, and when I go to his speed secondaries, it looks very nice. They're all pretty much on his arena team at the top. He has 6 ED mods, but it looks like the 6 Es are all on his arena team,
Very
and
nice.
no real 6 Es afterwards. So I have no issues there. So
A lot
his
of
speeds
fives,
are
I like
organized
that.
well. Let's take a look at his offense secondaries now. And we're going to take a look at his offense secondaries. His offense secondaries are a bit more scattered. So it looks like there's still some so speed, you're good. You have all the speed figured out on all these characters and all of that. I think offense is another really good secondary that if you can optimize, it works really well for the characters. And that may be something you want to look at too. Just kind of looking, they're a little bit scattered. You have some good offense secondaries on like Sunfac. You have an offense primary on Kylo Ren, which you can do, but he benefits a little bit more from health. So little things here and there. Your optimization of speed, awesome. If we want to start looking at your other mods, I think we can start getting your like damage-based characters a little bit higher with mod optimization there.
And then like the 100+ mods for offense, like flat offense, those are amazing regardless what the primary is, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a flat secondary offense with a offense primary percentage, I mean that's kind of the awesomest thing right there. Yeah, so that's definitely what you want to try and get, especially on the 7 mods. And the 7 mods are the ones that kind of form a 7 when you look at it. So it's the square, the arrow, the triangle, and the cross. So if you kind of put it, it's like the right side plus the square. So it kind of looks like a 7. So the 7 mods, if you can get offense primary, which is guaranteed for the square, but then you also get flat offense secondary. Those work out really well. Offense percentage mods are actually good as well, but they are good once you get them to 6E. So that's the downfall. So if you go to if you have a mod that's rolled like offense percentage 5 times, and you have a gold 5's offense percentage, that's actually a reasonable mod to take to 6E, because that offense is going to get a really nice boost and make it quite decent. But the problem is, once you take it to 6E, it's only viable on tier 12 characters. And so for like Kryla's build, his collection, it makes sense. But if it wasn't, then it's going to be much more difficult, right? Because you're restricting what you're going to do if your roster is primarily gear 11. So a lot of situations.
Yeah. You want to like focus on getting as many like 5As, right? Like you want to have the golds, and then you start rounding up those top level mods. That way, once you're ready to start slicing 6E, you can focus on going back to your greens and your blues and your leftover purples in between your 6Es. So.
Exactly right.
All right. So I think that covers his roster.
Did we do ships?
He didn't ask for ships. He just asked for, and he's doing fine in arena in both areas.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Good.
Yeah. So
well, the only reason why
this is his big focus.
Mm-hmm. The only reason why I brought up ships real quick was because with 3PO coming back this month, we're gonna have MILF next month, right? So finishing up the bounty hunters if you want a 7-star MILF.
If you do, but I'm one of the people. I'm not going after MILF, not for a while. Why? Because I've got too many characters I'm working on with the energy that I have and stuff to try to unlock some of the stuff. Now, once I get it squared away, then I'll go for it. But it's one of those things as a free-to-play or low spender that you have to make a conscious choice on. You can't have your cake and eat it too, you know?
Especially if you're hoarding and preparing for Darth Revan. Like, yeah, it's a different like concept with ships and everything, but you're still going to have to farm the bounty hunter
eventually,
ships, and that's where it kind of gets a catch-22. It's like, do you want these new KOTOR characters or do you want the Millennium Falcon? And even the 5-star Millennium Falcon's great, so if you can get a 5-star, go for it, but don't corrupt this KOTOR farm.
All right, Kryla, thank you for letting us do your roster. If you have any questions, just message us directly. We'd be more than glad to answer any questions you have moving forward, like we do for anybody that we do a roster review. And shout out to your guild again, First Disorder. That being said, Finn, how does someone get a roster review?
Simple. Hop on the RSG Discord and message me, Finity, and say that you would like a roster review. Send me your GG page. I will tell you you're in the queue, and we will do that. Simple enough.
Make sure he responds.
Yeah, make sure I respond. If I don't respond in like a day saying that you're in the queue, then just message me again, and I'll say that you're in the queue.
Strike him violently.
Sheldon.
Yeah.
Finn.
And then really quick, so Zylo111 is saying that he regrets all the fluff that he did and remembers Game Changer saying get everyone to 7-star and around level 50. And
well, that was because that was different, because back in the day we did that because we didn't have the mod stuff.
It was a different game back then.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. It was completely different before Territory Wars and Grand Arena.
Right.
And Territory Battles.
Like, Territory Battles.
Mods for GP. And now it's the exact opposite. Like, you want to have as less GP. I recently took off a bunch of mods from characters I don't use, and it helped, but I'm one of those characters or players that, went ahead and 85 to everybody, so now I'm stuck at it no matter what. But I don't mind. I mean, the fluff, it's going to build up no matter what through your leveling and gearing and all that stuff. So, it's going to happen.
It is what it is.
And I mean, for free-to-play, back in the day, you were literally shifting metas very quickly. Metas were changing very rapidly, and it was just, it was that you had to be ready to shift to another meta. Now pay-to-play were okay because a lot of their meta teams lasted for a lot longer. Rex lasted for a while, Sunfac lasted for a while, and I mean, so they had a little bit better there, right? But free-to-play had to be ready to switch. And there were some weird plug-and-play teams that we were running with Qui-Gon and Jedi Training Rey and Royal Guard and Geonos and Soldier all on like the same team. Like, that was back in the day stuff. And even now, to the level 50 thing, I still recommend going to level 50. But the reason is very simple, and it may not apply to everybody. I am completely full on mods. These mod events come out, and I have to sell something. And so the reason I always say to take a character to level 50, and I know it adds a little bit of extra GP, but I need the spots for mods. And you're not going to be right now able to increase the size of your mod storage outside of characters. And so every time a new character comes, to me, that's 6 slots that I can now hold for extra mods. And so I leave the characters, like my B1 and Droidica, because I'm not working on them, are currently 2-star and level 50. And that's where I plan on leaving them. Year 1, level 50, and 2-star. And so I would still recommend going to level 50, but you don't have to worry about the stars. You don't have to worry about the gear. That all has changed with the introduction of especially Grand Arena more so than anything else. Territory War to some extent, but primarily Grand Arena.
All right. Now it is time for Grand Arena time. And let us look at how our defense did. And you can see right now that in our thing, you see he has not full cleared me. And I wanted to show this. Let me share my screen. So
share your screen, yeah.
let me find that. Share. There we go. So you can see our defense did really well. So the Kylo Ren team had 6 defenses. The General Kenobi team with 5s had 4 defenses. The Phasma team didn't do too well, but you know, what can you do? The other team that did really well is the Boba Fett, Jango Fett, L3 team did really well with 3 defenses. And I'm sure he had to use some other good squads in here. And so you can see there, and he has not even touched. Oops. I'll come back here. Has not even touched my other zone here with Asajj and the Rogue One team. I mean, I did the math in my head with what he had to put on defense and how many he already used on offense. That's damn near his whole roster. So he still might be able to take those 2 out, but he was not very efficient. I want to be efficient, so we're going to be very efficient today, and we're going to go through this. So we're going to use the panel here. If you have suggestions, go ahead, but I've learned my lesson of trusting you guys in chat because last time it was a disaster. I love you guys, but no.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, no.
It was bad. It was real bad.
It was really bad. So, in his top zone, he's got a Krennic team with Death Trooper and Short Trooper. We've got a Bounty Hunter team, standard team there. We've got a Palpatine, Thrawn, Vader team. And then in the south, we've got Crew with Zeta Barris. We've got an Ewok team, and we've got a General Grievous with B1 and Droidica at 3 stars. I mean, they're 85. Looks like they're gear 11, but... Eesh. So... We're going to use our best teams. We're going to show you guys the counters. We're going to... Now, I always go for clearing a zone. We want to map this out. We don't want to just go in there hunky-dory and just, attack. We want to see... I like to... So, Ron had a good suggestion. We clear out the top 2 teams in each zone, and then we clear out a zone. So we can see one of the back lines and see what they have, right? So, if we look over here, what's their best team? It's definitely the Thrawn, Palpatine, Vader team. And then in the other one, we've got Crew, and Zeta Barris. I mean, the other 2 teams are... cray. So... What do we want to use? Let's go here. Palpatine.
I say North. North's the best bet first, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Where do you, let me ask you, where do you use C-3PO usually with JTR, right?
He's kind of a wild card. I can use him in anything. So,
okay.
So I looked at his Thrawn speed. It's 250. It's like, oh Lord.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the stat that showed up when I looked at him because I'll click on him now.
Look on the character.
So he's not even modded for speed. Nope. I don't know what he's doing with this Thrawn. It's 250. Now I don't.
Well, let's think. What's a good hard counter for Palpatine? Let's do Palpatine first because Thrawn.
Yeah.
Thrawn's such a wild card on defense.
Anybody can speak up. Michael, Grimm, Finn, you guys got to participate too. Potato heads. We're doing this for the fans. Get in here.
Maybe CLS Chase for EP.
We could. Do we want to save?
Did you put Bastila on defense again? I forget.
Yeah, we left the teams the way they were, so there's no Bastila on.
Let's go into your offensive tabs. Let's see what we have available right away.
Well, we've got all kinds of stuff available. I even have
bounty hunters. Yeah, but we used that one against more of an undergeared team.
Yeah,
last time.
Yeah. So.
But we want to save our Thrawn, especially since his is way slower, so we don't want to mirror match or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
I think CLS, Han, and Chewie maybe, just to burn it out real quick.
Yeah.
That's a really strong team to use against that, though.
Yeah, right away. And I sometimes I like to use 3PO, Han, and Chewie together. It's more of a extra team and save CLS too. And I mean, CLS Chase would work pretty
But
well.
Chase is
against
on
this team.
defense. Remember, we put them with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a Basila team would rip right through that, but you put Basila on defense, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I like Basila better on defense too. She's more of a
She's a pain in the
durable
ass.
defensive
She
team,
really is
yeah.
a pain in the ass to deal with. I mean, you got to go
Scroll
into-
down a little bit. You got Trey. Keep going. Got Nest on offense. But there's a lot of damage on that team too. Maybe Wedge Big CLS?
Not against that team. No way.
CLS lead? Wedge Big? No?
I mean, I don't want to use Rebels against that team because
Yeah.
it's got Palpatine on it, and that's just
Is your boss modded for tenacity and speed?
I don't know what I have boss modded as. I think he's modded for speed, but
Speed and some health.
I mean, main thing I'm looking at
tenacity.
is I like the CLS team versus the Boss team
Yeah,
Yeah.
mainly.
a little bit better.
'Cause
So
you
I
have-
don't want to do CLS there.
Maybe
You have
CLS.
Finn?
CLS 3PO R2?
Well, what about Finn, Poe, Resistance Trooper? Do you have that team?
I do. But
If your
do
Poe outspeeds Thrawn, yeah.
I don't think he does.
250's kind of high.
It's high even for Poe. Let me look here. Resistance. Let's see,
Depends
what
on
is
the
my-
potency on your.
His speed is 243, so their Thrawn's going to go first.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want him to fracture Poe, and then that'll throw a whole wrench in that team.
Oh yeah, the whole team will fall apart.
So I keep getting stuck on something with 3PO, but I don't want to pull R2 from the JTR team either.
I mean, we could go mirror match. My Thrawn's going to go first. Fracture their
And
Thrawn.
yeah.
And my
Check their mods on the EP Invader too, because you might outmod him all the way around. If you can outspeed his Palpatine from stunning everybody first.
225, and I got to see what mine is. I don't think I put speed on.
Is your Thrawn faster than his Thrawn?
Yes,
Definitely,
by
yeah.
leaps and bounds.
Why don't you just
by like
mirror?
40, 50. Yeah.
Because what's my Palpatine speed on him? I don't remember what I did with Palpatine. I meant
Lots of potency. That's good.
238. Even within, I still
Yeah.
speed him. So yeah, let's do
It's
that.
mirror.
Let's mirror match it, and then Vader, right?
So who do we want to clear first is the question. Kill Thrawn or EP? Fracture
EP.
their Thrawn first.
Fracture their Thrawn, and then go right after their EP.
Yeah, I like it.
Because you can't let the stun go off. Because that RNG can kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's do it. Then it still leaves a lot of our heavy-hitting teams. Hi, Thrawn. Enjoy Fracture. Suck it.
Yeah,
Vader.
ironically, I didn't even use Thrawn yesterday. I
Sorry,
didn't
EP, your
use
ability
Thrawn.
blocked, and now we're gonna stun. Yay.
Shock.
Yeah, shock. Keep ability blocking. Oh, I didn't hit.
Switch with
Give it
Vader
another
again,
shot.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no, switch with
Vader, see
Palpatine.
if you can
Cleanse
switch
him.
with Vader and try to ability block again.
Yeah, I like that. Nope. You
Nope.
son of a.
That's fine.
Stun him again, yeah.
Okay.
Spread your shock.
Yeah, you gotta spread shock. You bastards.
Yeah, of course that's gonna happen. But the EP is almost
Yeah.
dead.
I hate that.
That's fine. Keep going.
Fracture the Thrawn.
Fracture. Yeah. Don't let the fracture come on.
Stun. There you go, now you got him.
There you go. So your first one got like.
Yeah. And then ability block Vader and GG. Kill Thrawn.
Just kill Thrawn. Don't even waste time with Vader right now.
Okay.
Make sure you're filling your protection back up there too.
I know, I'm
Palpatine.
using basics.
Boom. You got it.
Oh, we're gonna stun.
Try to if you can stun and waste time.
I know, I'm trying to.
You got it. You got it.
No, you don't want to win. No.
What do you want me to do, Finn?
You
He's
got it.
got
It's
full
okay.
protection.
He'll get the full protection. Yeah, he'll get it.
Jesus.
Just a little off. He'll still get it.
No, but he didn't
one
have
did.
protection on
Oh
Vader.
no, but Finn, I don't have to be near perfect on these
I
because
know.
God damn.
Trying to see if there's a way you can slow it down so you can get full protection on Vader.
Good God and gravy.
All right, let's get JTR boss real quick.
What about crew? Who do we want to use for crew though?
JTR.
That's what I think.
Yeah?
Crew for.
Oh yeah, he's got Zeris on there. Yeah, I would. So now,
Just kill Zeris. That team is weird.
well, I see it. I mean, like he got the tank.
It's about the
lead,
hills and letting crews
turn
do
meter
their
Yeah, but
thing.
once
yeah.
you get JTR can just like basically control crew so he never taunts, and because
Yeah, I see.
Kylo
I see
Ren
what
is
you're
an
talking
active
about. Yeah,
he has the one like
and
like
if you use
passive,
JTR, it's health immunity.
exactly. Like there's bears. I mean, as long as
Alright.
you're killing bears first, like this team isn't going to go anywhere.
So we're gonna save JTR for crew then for sure. So let's go back north and finish off their north first. So maybe another mirror match with bounty hunters. But do you have Boba on?
No, he's on
again?
defense. Remember we used
I
him
still like
with
CLS
Yeah.
against.
Yeah, I like
bounty
CLS
hunters.
against this.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Okay. Well,
There's other
we
teams you
need-
could use against bounty hunters. I just like the CLS team because it's always
CLS is good. Yeah, strong.
CLS Han Chewie.
Mhm.
All right.
and just take out Bosk and that team starts to fall apart.
All right. We're gonna stun Bosk right off the bat.
Yeah, stun Bosk and then get Boba off the board first.
Oh yeah, he's going bye bye. Yeah. Stun Bubba. And there we go. We could stun
Stun
Dengar.
Dengar, yeah.
Why not? Why not? We're. Oh, you son of a.
That's one.
We'll just do that.
It's alright.
Oh no, boss, you're not getting turn meter. Let's finish
Just
up.
keep attacking Bosk. No. Okay. You can.
That's why I didn't, because this is coming up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
counters. Bye.
Stun you again.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one ends up being fairly simple.
Yeah, that Dengar got a lot of good RNG there.
I know, right? It happens. It's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I tried to stun their Dengar yesterday too. Same thing, it just wasn't happening.
Mm-mm. You can usually leave Dengar alone. He really doesn't do much.
No, he's just more of a nuisance than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's more of the support for that 3v3 team, right? Like to heal him back up. Alright, Krennic.
He does have the Zeta Karnak, which is pretty interesting.
Bunch of ability blocks are gonna go around everywhere. And then we gotta get Shore Trooper or around Shore Trooper mainly. Let's see what we got on offense there.
Well, the Ewoks I can use.
Nest, yeah.
Yes. JTR for crew. Who do you want to use against the droids? Oh, we can go troopers
gonna
on
have
the
to be strong.
droids because they're going to keep killing B1 and going over and over and over again.
He's not
right?
gonna get the bonuses though.
Oh, that's
I don't
right.
think it counts as a death. They just lose stacks.
That's true.
No, it's just the stack until the droid's actually
But
defeated.
Droideka is probably going to die because it's like a gear 9 or gear 10 Droideka.
It's.
3 stars?
I think they're all gear 11 3-star. Yeah, because the
no,
protection.
no.
on that's
Droideka's gear
huge.
10.
Yeah, he's gear 10.
Oh wow. Uh-oh.
Well, do we want to clear out this Krennic first with the team?
Yeah.
So you can see what's in the back, so you know
Yeah.
what to.
All
Plus,
right.
we're gonna have to use something pretty heavy on that Grievous team. They're a little more.
Yeah,
They're a little more
bit
annoying
pain in
than
the
you think.
ass. Yeah. Who do we want to use on this team?
You put
Maybe
DK
bounty
Bears
hunters?
and 5s on offense, right?
Yeah.
Or on defense, I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
We could go bounty hunters against this team.
What do we have with the supporting cast?
Let's look. Got Bosk.
I like Greedo for the dispel, and then maybe Embo again.
What's the team again?
Krennic, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper.
So you can use Embo as basic to remove Shore's taunt consistently, and then you can save Greedo's turn meter reduction for Death Trooper. This is going to get a lot of turn meter from Krennic. You focus down Death Trooper and get
first.
Death Trooper off first, yeah. and then you go back over to Shore Trooper, finish Shore Trooper off, and then Krennic will be the squishy last one left.
You like that, Finn?
I can give it a shot.
Would there be anyone you'd replace for Embo, though, in this team is the question, because Embo's the weak link. I mean, Greedo's squishy, but they're not going to get past boss.
It's the Embo being the weak link.
Yeah, maybe Dengar?
No,
but
because
Dengar's not going to do much damage.
Embo was better geared, right? Or
he's gear 11. Or yeah.
If he's gear 11, I still like him even at 5 stars.
We have to go with Embo because he's better geared.
And he's going to gain
unless
a lot
there's
of
another
meter.
team that you guys want to go with. I mean, I'm open to suggestions, but I think this is a good team. But I mean, if you got a better suggestion, then by all means.
What other rebels do you have?
Go back to all, yeah.
What other rebels?
Mm-hmm. Do you have Trude and Baze still or no?
No, they're on defense.
Okay. I don't remember all of your defense teams.
Damn it, Finn! We only said it.
Mm.
You got a Dispel Rebel?
No. I was looking specifically for Baze because Baze just crushes Empire. So if you had him, that's where I was thinking. But
yeah, I think Bounty Hunters would be the best one for this team.
Go with your Bounty Hunters.
Save
something. Yeah, it's decently strong, but it's not overly strong because you don't have a lot of the other. You don't have the third Bounty Hunter to kind of pull everything together. So I think this is fine.
I think Embo will gain a lot of turn meter anyways, and he's going to be your damage dealer too. So
yeah, probably.
Like Greedo, you're kind of relying on RG for him to deal his damage. So taunt. Oh, it's basic. Now, yeah. Now turn meter reduce. Shore Trooper. Now, yeah. Focus down Death Trooper. Throw the hat.
Come on, Greedo. Hate when Greedo only gets one.
Stun, yeah. Come on, Greedo.
Nice. 3. Not bad.
Taunt.
I don't know about that taunt. No.
Remove his turn meter.
Yeah. You're playing risky there, Ranger.
I went for it because he was about to die. Yeah.
I know.
So Shore's going to taunt again. Throw the hat. You're focus down Krennic and keep hitting the contract. His Death Trooper's back. Alright, kill Death Trooper again. And then focus down Krennic.
Good contract.
Throw the hat.
That was overkill.
Yes. This is a good team, man. This is a real good team. We used this one yesterday too on an Empire team. It was pretty good. So
yeah, the only concern was that Embo may be a little too weak, but Bosk was able to cover for him.
Exactly, him and Greedo. Greedo's pretty squishy, and Greedo's got a couple good taps in there too. So
yeah.
Actually, Embo's not as squishy as you would think, especially once you give him his Zeta on his unique.
Yeah, it can't be critically hit.
Crits.
I know, but Ranger doesn't have it is the thing. I know in general he's not, but Rangers is a little squishy.
And he hits
Let's
like
see this
a freaking truck.
Oh yeah, I love my Embo. He's gear 12.
There it is, Revan. There's Revan. We knew it was coming.
And he's got Hermit Yoda in there, so that's even better.
All right. We're going Revan against Revan. I mean, there's just no.
Definitely. You can throw some cheese teams against these bottom two. So go back south now. Go back south and smoke crew real quick.
Who do we want to use for Grievous? That's the thing that's throwing me off.
Well, we know Revan's on defense now, so once we get through this back wall is the problem.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're gonna have to use a meta team for it too. Well, not meta, but strong.
Well, let's use JTR here.
Well, do you want to clear out that other territory first?
Which one?
Because I think some of those teams you can probably just go like 1-on-3 against and beat it.
I would say let's focus down south first, just so we can see all the back wall, and then get a overhaul.
Okay. Because I mean, Wampa can basically 1-on-3 that Phoenix team. I think I didn't.
Right.
I forgot the full Phoenix team composition, but
yeah, he can with that.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
stun.
There's no stun.
Your Nest can 1-on-3. Nest is on. You have Nest for offense, right?
Yes.
So your Nest can 1-on-3 the Ewoks. That'll be simple enough.
We just need to get down to the droid team. Really, that's
Jedi
what we're
Training
really
Ray
figuring out.
for Kylo Ren.
Mhm.
What do you use for against the Revan?
Yeah, we can use JTR against and Revan against.
So what
Revan.
do you have planned against the Revan?
Revan versus
Mirim.
with Jolie and Greymaster
Okay,
Yoda.
you have your Revan. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's
So
got
we have-
Jolie.
I've got.
so
I
it's a
could
win.
use Sith Triumvirate against Grievous.
Well, that's the thing. If they got Triumvirate on the back wall, then we need that.
Yeah. So what else do you have? Let's try to
Let's
save
do the. Yeah. Go ahead.
something for the back. At least one decent team. So whatever.
Triumvirate.
We have a clones in the back, and I'm not
I'm
super
not
worried
worried about them. Yeah.
No. So
You can't take them
let's-
too lightly, but they're not going to be a huge issue. So what else do you have left?
Well, we can use Troopers too on the Ewoks, so we can go Imperial
Nest
Troopers.
can go 1-on-3 though. That gets you extra points. I would probably do.
Yeah. And you
Okay.
can save the troopers for the back wall too.
Mhm.
I would maybe.
What else? Can you click on just so we can see what you have left again?
Okay.
Okay, so Revan we're using. So you still have C-3PO left. That's going to be interesting.
I've got Wampa Rex. No, I don't.
Wampa's,
Rex.
well, you don't
no.
even need Rex. I mean, you can, but Wampa can 1-on-3 the Phoenix. If you want to do Rex Wampa just to be safe, I mean, that's fine. Let's see. What scoundrels do you have left?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have. Oh yeah, we put Mission Zalbar and Vandor on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to all again.
Because the other thing is he didn't clear Rangers back territory, right?
Yeah, he wasn't efficient with the other ones. So I mean,
Okay.
if I clear 2 zones, then I win.
You're
It's-
clearing 2 zones. You're going to be able to clear this front one and the other back one. That's not a problem. The question is
just
how much you
Grievous.
have left on defense in that back zone. And if
Mhm.
he wasn't able to clear yours and he was inefficient, he probably doesn't have anything super strong in the back.
Mm-mm.
I'm thinking he doesn't.
Mhm. We could split the Triumvirate up. I mean,
Yeah.
you could use
Not-
Treya and Scion and Sith
Mhm.
Trooper on one team, and then
Nihilus is like insta kill for another team.
yeah.
I think that's what you can do.
All right. Well, let's go in here and clear this crap so we can start. We are definitely going JTR, but JTR, BB-8, and who?
JTR, BB-8, and R2. Yeah, save 3PO for the wild card.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Nope. Sorry, crew, you're out. Let's do that. We'll do the turn meter. Thank you for the free hit. Oh, she's stunned. Get some fire going. Fire!
There we go. Now this team becomes simpler.
Yeah.
Oh, I always go against the unmasked Kylo first.
I have misclicked.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure you can put it on auto at this point. You don't have to, but... Oh, just gonna do the same thing, just focus fire on the regular Kylo. Or the unmasked Kylo. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Oh no, he can't do it.
Jedi Training Ray's AI is stupid. She just called R2 to assist.
I know, that's why I hate. Yeah, it's like, no.
I'm like, why? Why would you ever call R2 to assist when you have BB-8 on the same team? Stupid AI.
It's like, what?
Okay. Throw Nest against the Ewoks. Get rid of that team.
Hi, Ness, go get him. I wonder who we should stun first. Hi, Elder! Yes, attack me. Yes, come get me. No, you screwed up. Can't assist now, can you? Oh, well, it's going to keep going after Elder. You know, you're just...
I love Ness. She's amazing.
Once Ewok Elder is done.
No, Elder, you stay stunned.
AoE. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And now kill Elder.
Gee.
Jesus. Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God. Oh no.
Alright, so how do we want to split the triumvirate now?
Trey and Scion. Nihilus is the one you separate out.
So
Or you
you're-
could even just go Treya and Sith Trooper and save Nihilus and Scion.
I would put Scion in there to be safe.
Yeah, because there's a lot of DPS on this team and the true damage with Droideka, so...
So we're gonna go Treya,
Scion, Trooper.
Scion, and Trooper.
What other Sith do you have?
Yeah. You have like City... No. Oh, so you got Maul, so you can use that evade with Nihilus.
Yeah, Sith Trooper.
And then you can go like Dooku as the third in that other team.
Or you could. Nihilus is a plug and play. I mean, you don't even have to create a full Sith team.
Yeah, you can use like Phasma lead and
Mm-hmm.
another First Order character to call into assist or something.
Have an organized back territory down here. based
Probably
on
not.
offense.
Probably not. Oh, who are you isolating?
Mm,
Droideka? And then Focus Grievous?
yeah.
Yeah, man, I went up against a full Gear 12 Grievous team in Territory War the other day. And, oh, that thing is crazy. Kill Grievous.
Okay, I gotta
He
go.
can't. He's forced.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
There it goes.
I love the spider animation.
Oh, yeah, the skittering horror. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
awesome. It's one of the best animations yet.
No, just go Grievous. Don't worry about B2 or B1. B1's
Well,
just going to be a pain until the end, and then you just kill him.
He's going to start gaining those stacks, and that's why he keeps healing. So maybe kill off B1 and then Grievous.
You can, but you're going to be able to get him with the AoEs and everything soon enough.
Yeah, that's
You're
true
wasting
too.
really high damage. If you want to attack him with Sith Trooper, that's fine, but Scion and Treya are really high damage.
Yeah, you can just keep spamming the AoEs while you're focusing Grievous, yeah.
Oh, now he forced the focus. And down goes B1.
Boom. Alright. Let's see that south back wall there. I think Finn's right. There's got to be nothing back here at this point. Bastila.
Bastila, Kira.
Ooh.
Okay, well, it's a good thing you saved your Nihilus, because your Nihilus is going to kill that Enfys. That's the only thing holding up that team.
Yeah. And now what do you use for Basti?
Whatever you have left at this point.
Yeah, right. Well, let's go back north because that's the weaker top 3, right? Oh no, Revan's there.
Well, he has the Revan team in order to go against his Revan team. We
Yeah,
have the
well, let's do
Wampa-
that first.
Yeah, you can do Revan versus Revan. We can use Rex Wampa against the Phoenix, so that gets those two.
Rex was used on. Was he? Wait.
No, you didn't use Rex. No.
You haven't used Rex yet.
So let's use.
You could probably do that
Unless
one
you put him on
without
defense.
Rex,
You haven't
but
used him on offense yet.
Rex Wampa for this team.
yeah, for the Phoenix.
For the Phoenix or for the clone troopers?
For the Phoenix. For the Phoenix.
Yeah. You could probably get away with just Wampa, but Rex is the safer bet.
Yeah.
And you're still getting the points for the one unused slot anyway, so.
Did you put all of your Night Sisters on defense?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
do
trying to
it.
think what we would use against Bastila now, because she's a little annoying.
Yeah, she's
Well,
like one of the harder ones.
We can go with maybe Maul and with Nihilus and stuff. I don't know.
No, you're probably gonna want Nihilus against the Kira team to take out Emphas.
I agree. She's probably gonna have to put some hodgepodge together with 3PO and something else with Ness or with the Basti team.
Yeah, we know we don't need Rex. We're doing it just cause at this point.
It's better to be safe, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, probably gonna lose a point because Rex may die.
It's all right because you get that extra tenacity and.
Yeah, there goes Rex.
All right, 52 is still
fine.
good.
It just makes it just to be safe. To make sure you get the victory. At this point, Ranger has the win. I'm pretty sure. So.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to clear another zone.
Yeah, no, you're clearing this one. Your
Let's
Revan
do
team
the
is going to take out the
clones.
Revan, and then clones aren't terrible, so.
Let's see what cheese we can put together for the clones real quick.
Do you want to go after the Revan team first?
Yeah, let's just get Revan over with.
I mean, if I'm being smart about this, let's think about this.
Yeah,
I mean-
Nathaniel Morgan makes a good point. You can use IPD against Enfys if you want, and then you can
Yeah.
Well, here's the
Nihilus.
thing. I've got Revan and I've got another solid team. So, I mean, if I clear this zone here, right?
hmm
That's what? How many points
That's a
total?
win. Yeah.
That's 176 plus 200. That gives me the win.
So if you clear, well,
And we can
Yeah.
clear the bottom if you want. I mean, just start there. Save your
But he
Revan.
could still go back and clear this. So, okay, yeah, he can still clear me. So let's
Yeah.
just stick to our
We
plan.
can
So-
throw whatever we want at the cleans. Clones is probably going to be the easier one to
All right,
kill.
so
leave your
Revan-
against Revan, leave the clones for last, and then we'll deal with the other
Revan, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yes, I know it was a loss of Banner's Hideous. We had this discussion.
Hideous loves you, Finn.
He's not wrong. I mean, Wampa can solo against the Phoenix, but we just
Oh, yeah.
put Rex in there just for additional safety, right? Because you get your additional turn meter boosts at the beginning, and I mean,
hmm
there was no chance of losing. But
Yeah, Rex is like my little one and one with Wampa on 3v3s or Grand Arena Territory Wars. Rex just goes with Wampa so well. You could even do Phasma lead.
okay, there goes the first res.
The Hermit Yoda needs to go back under stealth already.
No, let him stay out. He's not doing anything. You kill the other two, he's gonna run away anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's more
What's the point
annoying
of
if
doing anything with him.
it's more annoying if you have to kill Hermit before Grandmaster, right?
And down goes Revan.
And auto.
And the now.
Nice. Yeah, that Revan team didn't stand a chance without Jolie on there.
All right, so save the clones.
Well, we can clear the clones now and can declare victory.
But what do you want to? We need to make sure we clear the other two. I think, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they're the more heavier teams.
Yeah. So
even
what we have
though-
to do is essentially plan out how do you want to kill Bastila and how do you want to kill Enfys.
I don't know.
Let's look at what we got. Because
Nihilus can take
3PO
out the bottom, and you can
Maybe-
use. I like the suggestion by Nathaniel Morgan.
What's
if you
that?
have Imperial Probe Droid, use that against Enfys.
But what Empire do you have left to surround Probe Droid? Or what can get Probe Droid going to kill Enfys right away?
That's going to be the question.
You can
Enfys doesn't
use...
AoE though, so you can just buy time with other tanks and like a second attack if you need.
Okay, so let's see what we got for Empire for speed lead. So let's go Tarkin, Royal Guard, IPD. So if IPD gets hit and Royal Guard will throw up the taunt.
I don't like this team.
I don't like this for the first team. We need something to make sure that we kill Kira and especially Kira.
Well, if you keep stacking Tarkin's second special in his basic, he's going to build up his AoE. So it'll probably do enough damage
but you're
to
going
take out.
to get a shit ton of counters from this. There's no...
Very true. Okay. Maybe we go with Dooku or Old Ben lead for turn meter gain, and then a tank.
We've used Nest, by the way, already against the Ewoks in a previous round for you guys suggesting Kira and Nest against Basilev.
Yeah. Finn, what do you think about a turn meter lead and then a tank? Maybe like Old Ben and another tank?
I mean, IG-88's garbage. I'm not worried about him.
I'm not worried about Kira or 88. It's
just getting
Well,
IG.
what can we run? I've got Nihilus left, so what can we use to... Because I think we should use that to kill.
I don't know what you have left against Basilev. That's the problem.
Do you have first order officer?
No, they were all used on defense.
On defense? I was going to say officer for the turn meter swap.
But look at what he... But look at... So here's the thing. So what he put on defense, I'm looking at what I got left and what I know he used already. He ain't beating my last squad.
I don't think he is either, but we can still go for the full clear. The clone troopers are going to be a little bit easier.
I say Nest is the hardest one of this, first off. And then what
I'm wondering is, do you have to worry about that one right now? If you can bring in another team in order basically just to IPD her, then you're good.
But if they go first and Nest gets rocking and rolling, we may never get a chance. So that's a problem with...
Ooh,
you're assuming
okay.
Attack, right? I'm thinking Nest, you can deal with the second attack. If you want.
Okay, so maybe...
Because Basilev scares me more because you don't have Night Sisters, and I don't see a really good team against the Basilev team right now.
What's the speed on Enfys, first off? Because we know he's not modding his characters right.
That's true. Yep.
Oh my god.
What is it?
247.
Ooh, can your Poe outspeed that?
Can my
then
what?
You could just spin Poe.
He's 243.
You could spin Poe Trooper on Kira and 88, and then go back in with an IPD team.
243 is the speed of my Poe, so she is going to go first.
Shoot slow, yeah. Well, yeah, because then they're not going to gain the turn meter. Okay, Wedge Biggs, something else just to burn Kira.
What about the troopers
88?
on this team?
I think troopers, and then you can death mark Nest.
Because
yeah, but death
Kira's
mark
gonna
even
die.
still.
Kira's too weak.
I mean, because if I go Stark, Veers, or I'm sorry, who should I go?
Veers, Stark, Death Trooper.
Yeah, Stark, Veers, Death Trooper. Let's do it. Because then you can burn down the other two and then just focus Death Mark and everything else on Nest. Even with Death Mark, Nest is still a pain, but if she's the only piece left, then you could probably pull the win in the first round. So
Stark, Veers, Stark.
Stark lead.
What is my Stark speed at? I know I speeded them up.
Should be pretty good.
243, just right below. Nest is going to go first.
It's okay. If they daze, it doesn't matter. The idea is to burn the other two around Nest and then Death Marker, so it'll be all right. There's no tank.
Well,
you're going to gain the health and protection back, so if you're worried about that.
Yeah, we will.
Let's do it.
But the Nest is faster than your Stark?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Nest is always going to be faster than Stark. I just got lucky that he just modded crap that it's within...
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering... Yeah, I was wondering specifically because it's crap modded. Well, they gained 20 speed with Veer's lead, so does that make your Stark faster?
Yeah. Because he's only slower by like 4 or 5 speed,
then
so.
he will go first. That's why I forgot about that.
Let's run it.
Okay. And yeah, go for it.
And then who are we going to burn first?
Kira, she's
so you
squishy.
can get the death mark up.
Then IG-88?
Yeah,
just get rid of IG-88 with the AoEs, yeah.
Yeah, alright, so we're going after Kira first. Oh my god, I can't... Well, let's just
do it.
Yeah.
Speed our team up.
Up.
Oh my god.
It's alright. One more AoE.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Let's get 88 out of there just cause. Death mark. Wow,
Oh.
Terminate almost killed her. Oh, nice.
Simple enough.
Nice.
Now you have your Nylas for the Bastila team, which is going to be a lot better.
Yeah, you got the whole triumvirate. You could just throw the triumvirate down.
No,
there.
we use Freya and Sion, remember?
Oh yeah. Sorry, excuse me.
So we just have Nylas. So.
My God.
I mean, they are Jedi, so you can use a Maul, Nihilus, and whatever.
Dooku. I'd say Dooku for the shocks and the stuns.
Well, they're gonna have.
Once you get the
They're gonna
tenacity.
resist. They're gonna resist because of the tenacity.
Yeah.
One of the Sith you have.
It's good. They're always gonna have buffs. Ooh. Do all right. This is probably overkill, but do Maul, Nihilus, 3PO.
Is 3PO going to
3PO.
provide anything though?
He's gonna call Nihilus to assist and reduce his cooldowns.
That's true. We don't have a place for 3PO right now.
Might as well use him.
Okay.
One of the best plug and play characters, right?
I've never plugged and played him with a dark side team though.
Well, yeah.
This would be
and
new.
then the Maul lead's gonna stealth, but it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
So Maul, Nihilus, and 3PO. I'm not seeing this. Explain this to me. Why this is gonna work?
Because 3PO's stack of translation is gonna call Nihilus to assist, right? So he's gonna reduce his cooldowns in between his turns. Yeah. So you're gonna get force strain 2 turns in a row, basically.
Do you have your Hermit Yoda?
No, it's on defense.
It's in the Bastila team.
Yeah, I think we did what Bastila, Hermit Yoda. Well, let me see what Jedi I have. I didn't see. I don't remember if I used him or not. Yeah, I used him on defense. Unless you guys have another suggestion.
I mean, I would have said Savage, but your Savage isn't ready.
No, not ready. Will never be ready.
I'm willing to give this. This is kind of a.
It's an interesting choice, right?
Put C3PO in there, but let's look at your Sith again before you start. What's the speed on your Sith assassin?
Oh, it's crap.
Oh. I might say put your Sidious in there because these are all Jedi.
That's true. And save 3PO for in case we
don't really have a use for 3PO. So, I mean, if we're testing stuff, this might be worth a shot.
Let's test it for the fans.
Yeah. Main thing is you gotta annihilate Basilisk, and then the next attempt becomes
Revenator saying use Nihilus lead if you use 3PO or else all 3 will be under stealth.
That's... Yeah.
We're not getting the evasion then.
What other tank do you have? Let's go to the tank tab. I don't have a place for Shore Trooper. What do you think about Shore Troopers, Zylo? Oh, Zylo dropped. Oh, he said he'll be right back. He said his iPad died, but he said use Nihilus lead.
I mean...
It's a weird team. I haven't tried C-3PO on a dark side team. So.
I'm just not feeling it, man.
Well, there's no reason to use Maul at that point.
Nihilus lead. We could go Short Trooper in there, right? Because he's not going to stealth, right? And he can do do the crit thing and stuff. But then who do we want to add as another one?
Alright, I'm back.
Well, we got Nihilus and Short Trooper, but who do we want to add as a third?
Well,
Nihilus, Short Trooper, 3PO.
You're just all about the 3PO.
He wants to really use C-3PO on this team.
Well, it's now you got. I like the comment that someone made about the mall stealth mechanic because that's what was kind of bothering me about using this the third the stealth.
Yeah, everyone was
But
going to be
Nihilus
stealth.
lead-
We need a tank.
Yeah, Nihilus lead, Shore Trooper's gonna heal, and then 3PO's gonna call him to assist.
Give it a shot.
All right.
Let's see how this goes.
If it goes bad, you know who to blame.
I think it'll be good. It'll be like Ezra calling him to assist in reducing his cooldowns, right? So same concept but with 3PO. And you're getting him stacks of translation, so he's gonna evade too.
Who do we want to go after first? Qui-Gon?
Yeah, he's squishiest.
Well, it's not going to matter. There's a Jolie.
Yeah, you want to just get
Oh,
them
yes, you kill
buffed up
Jolie.
first. There you go. Drain Force, and then just keep reducing his cooldowns.
Oh, that's great.
See, because if you can get Nihilus off the or Qui-Gon off the board before Jolie reses, then it doesn't matter. Because then you're gonna annihilate Jolie no matter what. You're supposed to. Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
He has ability block before. There you go.
Probably.
if Qui-Gon is the only one left, then
Force.
this is over. So I would just say keep attacking the
Drain
Jolie.
Force.
Yeah, Drain Force every time it's up, but
Yeah.
God damn it.
Dispel those buffs. Dispel those buffs on Bastila.
Bastila.
Yeah, because that'll give me more.
Confuse.
Bam.
Annihilate. Yes.
Now you bring up the next one and take out Bastila. Like, this is just going to be a slow and steady.
See, this worked. Sweet.
Let's see if you're going to be able to keep your Shore Trooper, though. That's going to be the key. Okay, get some more health back.
I would say burn down Qui-Gon because he's squishier.
Yeah, you can burn down Qui-Gon now, because then you're going to annihilate Bastila. So just start focusing on Qui-Gon. Ah, phone call.
GG.
Yeah, this is... You're good now. You're probably going to end... There's, like, no DPS on this team, so it's probably just going to come back to the Annihilate anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Nihilus finished it.
That went really well, I'd say.
Alright.
Now the clones. Let's make another hodgepodge team.
How do
Yeah, I mean, this is whatever strongest thing you have left. Use your Poe team. Finn Poe and whatever. Resistance Trooper. Come on, Poe. Land some of those exposes.
Who are we going after first?
Go after Cody. You want to save fives for later? Oh, well, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, I'd go Cody, Echo, then fives. Or
Yeah,
either
fives. Fives you can attack, but you have to make sure there's a stun.
one. Yeah, because he's going to keep countering.
Mm-hmm.
I think this turned out pretty well, you guys.
Okay, he has to beat this one.
Why is...
God, you are not landing any exposes from Resistance Trooper. There we go. Oh, perfect. Stun. Oh, okay. Come on.
God damn. Can't do anything about that.
I didn't pay attention. Was this 5 Zeta?
Yeah, it was Zeta.
There we go. He was not landing stuns.
Jesus Christ.
I know, fives is annoying, but you got it. God, how is... He must have some crazy-ass tenacity mods on him. There we go.
Jesus.
Then does it.
That was... Can you still click on it to see what the mods were? He must have had some crazy tenacity on him.
Yeah, you should be able to go back and look at the mods.
I think
and
you
the
can click
characters.
and still see.
No, it's not letting me.
Ah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was some extra tenacity there.
But we got the win. So even if he clears my last zone, he can't win. So there you go. Some different teams and stuff for Grand Arena. That's what we do here to help you guys out. But yeah, that was brutal, man. I don't even have potency on my guys. It just was not landing anything. It's like, eh. But it happens. You know, what can you do? Oh, God. So we will be in the finals. So we will, again, go to the finals tomorrow. We'll do this in 2 days. Wait, when will see? It's Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Friday we'll do the his.
Yeah, we can check through his inventory and stuff, but it doesn't matter. But that was... You were not landing any stuns, and there was, like, no exposes going on at the beginning. That was insane. And go to his troopers and see what his fives is like.
How's the Zeta? No.
No, it's a Zeta, but it's a tenacity based. What's his mods? What's his tenacity at?
All off.
Yeah, just check the stats. Yeah.
Then we look at the
Yeah.
mods. There's not even.
No, I know,
No
but he could still.
tenacity bonuses,
What's just like his overall tenacity on this?
like secondaries, probably.
33.9.
Wait,
Only
how is he
2.9.
Only
winning?
2.9. I don't know. Unless that
Crazy.
Zeta's that goddamn good.
The Zeta has nothing to do with that. He doesn't have anything that
I don't
should
know.
give it that
I
much resistance.
don't
So-
know.
Yeah, that was just bad RNG with all
Yeah.
of the stunning.
I mean, because my guys
Yeah,
are good for
that was just bad now.
Yeah, that was just bad RNG. But I mean, we still won. I mean, even if I'd, I mean, it was.
Yeah. I mean, but that was kind of tight at the end. If you didn't get a couple of those stuns at the very end,
Mhm.
there was a chance the fives was going to kill you because of. The
I know that I would have gone with another team one, but you know, it's fine. So, but hopefully that helps. The reason we're doing this, guys, is to let you guys see the different teams, different lineups, give you guys some better things, because we get asked about Grand Arena all the time, and if we can help you guys win by seeing what works and what doesn't work and stuff like that, that's what we're here for. So that being said, let's get to some questions, Finadoodle. Or do I need to do them? I bet I have to do them.
If you can, because I have to get ready for a meeting here in a little bit.
See, Finn screwed me again. It's fine. I'll just do all the questions, Finn. Okay. Makwa. Question. What are some alts for the Kira stall team? Or alternatives for the Kira stall team? What do you think, Xylo? Did we lose Xylo again? Look!
No. Sorry. Well, I mean, depends on the alternative. If you're running more primarily the prepared mechanics, right? So alternatives. I mean, like Mission Zalbar from the Old Republic, obviously. Those are great plug and plays for Kira. And then you can look to some of your bounty hunters like Cad Bane, or any of your extra bounty hunters that you don't use in the bounty hunter teams, like any scoundrels in general. Stormtrooper Han's also a good plug-in for those too. So you want the gear with them too, of course.
Yeah. Next question from Helenix. Question on Ray, Jedi Training Raid. On a Ray JT led resistance squad for 5v5 territory war defense, when using Holdo, is there Zeta required or just recommended? What is it that's needed for this team? Holdo Zeta is not needed. And JTR is not a team you want to put on defense. It's more of an offensive team, and the reason is because you saw how dumb the AI is with using JTR. I mean, calling assist R2, really? What the hell was that? So you really don't want to use them on defense. They're a great offensive team that can take out most everything. And Holdo, what she does is, that AoE days, she can put health and protection on when there's the foresight starts stacking. So all you want, the team that I use is JTR, BB-8, R2, Scavray, and Holdo. The reason I have Scavray in there is because she gets, obviously she's regenerating foresight, because every time there's a foresight hit, Holdo is taunting. Now you got to put a ton of health and protection on her because her armor sucks so bad. There's not much you can do about that, but I have huge success with that lineup. But I do not have the Zeta on Holdo, and I will not be putting the Zeta on Holdo for a while. And you don't need it. Any disagreement from the panel? Good. We're moving on. Hermit Fulgrim question: just me, or are desirable mods not showing up as often in the mod store? I see them all the time when I purchase them. The problem I have is they're not that they're showing up. But when I roll them, I get crap. I get crap, Finn.
I don't see the ones that I want typically. But
I do, but then I roll crap.
So many mod options for what is showing up there, so it's kind of RNG with what mods you get. So
and then it's RNG when you roll, son of a.
Well, yeah, that too.
Stupid RNG.
Damn it, Finn.
Yeah, no, right? Hornet Fogan question. Just me. He just said that. Okay, Michael House question. What are some good non-meta team cons to beat Night Sisters in 3v3? Quite a lot, actually. Xylo, what do you like to use? Xylo?
It kind of depends on the Night Sister team, though.
Did he drop? I mean, what the hell is going on? Why is nobody talking?
I'm sorry. My audio, something's wrong with my iPad or something.
I'm gonna kill you, Xylo!
Well, I mean, I guess you'd still classify it as meta, but like Bastila teams work really good. Bastila and then Bounty Hunters. If you're using like a good healing mechanic lead, Bounty Hunters work really good. Yeah, it's not meta, right?
There's some different types of Night Sister teams too. It's really hard to classify them in 3v3 as just kind of regular, because what's happening is if there's an Asajj, I think this was the team, was it the one you faced? I can't remember now. It's Asajj, Zombie, and Acolyte. And I mean, that team doesn't have any kind of plague that can go on, right? And the lack of plague changes the way that you fight the team. The one I use is going to be, the one I typically put on defense is Talzin, Daka, and Zombie. And that team is just kind of a nuisance team that's gotten me.
Yeah, I go Talzin, Acolyte, Zombie, and it's held really.
Yeah, a lot
really
of people keep Daka and Zombie separate because then you get like two different Night Sister teams with reses, right? But I'll put them on the same.
Sure.
And I mean, it's worked out for me. But again, you treat that one a little bit different than other Night Sisters. So it kind of depends on which Night Sister team. But in general, you're right. It is going to be like a Bounty Hunter team's work. I'll sometimes use a CLS depending on where I see the Night Sisters. That will typically work because you can get the stun off on Han early. Bastila works out really well. So yeah, it would be those same kind of teams as Xylo mentioned. They work really well.
Okay. Nathaniel Morgan.
One more thing. Django Fett is a good Night Sister killer.
Nathaniel Morgan question. I tried farming critical damage mods because I literally do not have enough to mod my characters. Farmed for almost a month and got crap. Should I just start slicing white mods? You can. You'd see if you get any good pulls on the speed. I mean, I don't know what you think, Finn, but I'll roll grays just to see what I get. If they're crap, then I immediately sell them.
Mm-hmm. So it depends on where you are in the game, but gray mods can be good. And remember, there is a progression all the way to gold 5s. And gold 5s are what you're looking at to get like the god mod status, right? Which means you got 5 rolls on one particular secondary stat. And so in order to get to gold mods, the step before that is a purple 4. Step before that is a blue 3, the step before that is a green 2, and the step before that is a gray 1. Which in gray 1 just means that you unlock a particular stat. So if you're looking for something specific with critical damage, farming it is not going to get you. It is not going to be reliable in getting you. There's too much RNG. That's why typically farming we recommend for somebody that's just really, really low on a particular set, which is what it sounds like you're at in terms of the situation. But if you're now at the point where you have some that provide you like double-digit secondary speeds at like 10 or something like that, and now you're looking to get higher, then what you're going to do is try to work up through that with the mods that you farmed. Find the gray 1s, slice them, and see if you can get to a green 2. If it doesn't roll the speed, then move on to something else. If you can get a green 2, try to slice it. If you can get to a blue 3, perfect. Otherwise, just leave the green, the mods that were previously green where they were, and you just kind of keep on going. But the rolling of a gray to a green is actually fairly cheap. So you can kind of see very quickly whether or not this is a mod you want to keep or sell. And green mods that thus become one of the mods that I sell the most because they're failed gray levels. So just something to kind of consider. If you're looking for something specific, then yeah, you probably want to start slicing a little bit just to see if you can get up there. Because you want to, again, go through the progression. Get a gray to a green 2, then a blue 3, a purple 4, and then a gold 5.
Science. All right. Pizza the Hut question. I'm running Akbar, MF, Biggs, Houndstooth with Phantom 2 and Catching in Arena. I will finish all the Rebel ships, but who is next up? Biston or Ghost?
Neither. Wedge.
Oh.
Wedge has been like a big sleeper reinforcement off for me anyways. Like even if you don't upgrade the reinforcement, you get a buff immunity for 2 turns on the target enemy, and then when the first upgrade is 3 turns. So Wedge is a big Houndstooth killer for sure, and I think it's easier because most people already have Wedge at gear 11 or gear 12, and the ship itself is a good investment if you haven't put resources into it. And then with the U-Wings, I would say Biston because it's a faster ship and it's a better for your starting lineup.
That's science. Science! Alright, next question. Kazakagi Too Easy question. Who are some leader Zetas or unique Zetas for Territory War and Grand Arena to have besides the main ones? Don't include legendary characters.
So non-main.
Carthonasi. Even at 3-star, 4-star, if you got a good mission Zalbar, that's a beast team.
Anything that you recommend, Finadoodle?
I'm just having a hard time defining main ones.
Because
I mean, like, would you consider not necessarily for 3s, but for Grand Arena 5s, Chirpa Zeta has worked out really well. But do you consider Chirpa Zeta like a main one? Yeah, I'm not sure how to define it. Is where I'm not sure.
So main meta teams, so CLS teams.
So would you consider Ewoks though a main meta team?
No, I wouldn't. So
okay, so then Chirpa Zeta would be one potentially.
Well, Territory Wars Grand Arena. I think some of the ones besides the teams that you use. I mean, so if we count out, so let's count out Night Sisters, the Luke CLS team, JTR, Sith, and Bounty Hunters. You know, those,
I mean, would you consider Poe? Or not Poe, Finn?
Finn is one that I would say, yeah, is very good.
But would you consider it main? So I'm... If you have an idea, I'm just not sure. It's hard for me to answer because I'm not sure what you mean by like main ones, right? Because typically the ones we consider good Zetas are ones that are on characters that we use a lot. And so I don't know what the definition of main ones are because I would say Finn and Chirpa, they're not like meta teams, but their Zetas are ridiculously good.
Yeah.
So you can use those 2 in Arena, especially Finn before his rework. And Finn's rework, I would say, it doesn't make it a crucial Zeta because then you have to gear that faction as opposed to using it at like gear 8 right now, right? Ewoks, I mean, like they can be meta because people use them for a counter, but that's more of like a Territory War offensive utility team, right? So Chirpa Zeta is great for that and for 3PO, right? So I would define that as a good one.
Yeah, I mean they're good. I just don't know if they're considered like non-main teams because they've been used and we've talked about them so much. I don't know what the definition of like non-main team is.
I think like more unexpected or like what like the top tier teams are using for defense for Territory Wars, right? So like Vandor,
But see, is Kira Stahl really considered non-main at this point?
Well, it's not meta, right? Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because now, so the definition of meta used to be just squad arena.
Yeah.
But now everything is becoming in a kind of like a glass of Grand Arena and Territory Wars. So you're trying to build like 6, 7, 8 teams, and is this considered one of the top 8 teams? I would say Ewoks is considered one of the top 8 teams.
Yeah.
It's not in the top 5, but it probably is getting close to the top 8. Finn lead with the Zeta is probably one of those. I would say for sure your Karth suggestion is definitely kind of off the path there. That's definitely one that's a later game Zeta that you can definitely do. But
even at a lower star level again too, like there's not that many characters that you can put a Zeta on comfortably at a lower star level, right? Yeah. And then you do need the gear, but I mean, I've seen the difference between him being at 4-star with the Zeta and 7-star with the Zeta, and he's amazing either way. I really say Vandor again too, because Vandor is more of like a plug, like additional Barris, like revive character, right? Utility, but not a lot of people invest Vandor. But it is one Zeta that makes the Kira Stall team amazing.
Yeah. No, I'll just leave it at this. Here's my last point. My last Zeta was Farm Boy Luke. All right, next question.
Billy Gunn question. Billy Gunn question. Login from Marauder confirmed Darth Revan possibly Sith ship event. I don't think it's Sith ship event. I think it's a character, and I think it's a dark.
Here's the interesting thing. Yeah. There's actually 2 gaps in the legendary schedule. One is actually starting basically tomorrow. There's really nothing until the 7th. And the other one is after the 20th. So I don't know if they're going to fill anything in now. Now it seems really soon to be announcing anything.
I think it's going to be the next... that second one you mentioned is what we picked up on.
Yeah, after the 20th or whatever is when the next kind of gap is. So
I agree with that 1,000%, Finn.
I think we may be seeing a couple marquees in the upcoming few days here.
I think so.
Because there's a gap that they're probably going to fill with something. So
yeah, I agree. From a whoop question, I'm working on a Kira Scoundrel team, solely gearing her L3 missions Albar, currently gear 8, gear 9. Got Vendor and Nest to gear 11. I have a Zeta ready. Who should I Zeta first? Vandor, Chewbacca. Unless you don't have Nest Zeta, then Nest is always one you want to put on because she's just good outside of that team. I mean, the team that I'm going to run, that I run with Scoundrels, is Kira, Vandor, L3, and Mission and Zalbar. I did put the Zeta on Mission just because I like it, but it's not needed. But the one on Vandor is, and you can see I do have the Zeta on Vandor. It really helps with that team. But if Nest is not done, I would do Nest, and then I would do Vandor first. Yeah, I
agree.
All right, let's see if there's any more questions. If not, we're going to wrap this up.
Okay, so Kazekage Too Easy kind of clarified and said like a plug-and-play Toon Zeta.
Well, Ness is always a priority.
Ness.
I like Wampa. I put the one on Wampa, and it's been really nice, So
yeah, Wampa's actually his other one, his Furious Foe.
Yeah.
Is a really good Zeta, but only in the context of Grand Arena and Territory Wars. Like, it's completely unnecessary for any PvE-based content. But for PvP, when you can get that health immunity on people, that becomes a really solid Zeta too. So Wampa is another one that's really plug and play. I don't know if Hermit Yoda would count, but Hermit Yoda has a Zeta of the strength.
I love that Zeta.
Plug and play. Barris, she's lost favor recently, but her Zeta can make her plug and play as well. As you kind of saw early, the First Order team with Barris too.
Visas Mar, she's a good one for like a team, or a counter for like a mall team.
I like it.
Kazekage Too Easy also asks, is Mission and Zalbar a good Zeta? I have them both. I love it. Are they necessary for the Kira Stall team? No. But it really helps that team.
Yeah. I may do Zalbar eventually once I see how everything shakes out, but I'm hoarding right now. So I'll round out that team. I really like the Kira Stall team a lot. Michael Martin question, with all the power creep over the last year, plus I find it really hard to finish teams such as Night Sisters and First Order because I'm farming for the pillars. Is it still very useful to try to max out those teams? Not until you get the pillars. I mean, Night Sisters and First Order are really good teams. Night Sisters especially. But pillars first. The thing about getting the pillars is it unlocks teams for you. Think about it. If you get BB-8 unlocked, you had to do First Order, so you had to farm them. And on down the line, JTR, same thing. You just go down these characters. Chewbacca, the Bounty Hunters. Again, another team that you use on there. But, like, you've got to get the pillars done first. Once you're caught up on the pillars, one, you got those great characters that you can use, and two, it's started you on the path of some of these other teams that you're going to need eventually, right? And once you're caught up, you were going to get caught up on the pillars. If you stick with it, you will get caught up. And then you can start rounding out your other teams and focusing your farm on other teams. So you got to stick with the pillars. We harp on it all the time. And don't take our word for it. Talk to Warrior. He'll tell you the same thing. Can't touch this question. Phoenix Omega order for Thrawn. Ezra has all Omegas and gear 10. Rest are G8. I think it's... I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. Help me here. It's their uniques. You want to make it first, right? Finn, Xylo? I'm getting no help today. I might as well just be here by myself.
I got a work email really quick. I don't have. I had to. My meeting got canceled, and I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. So can you repeat that?
In other words, he was playing Anthem.
Well,
No,
Grim's been here the whole time and hasn't spoken up one time. Grim, you son of a...
Grim had himself in trouble trying to get...
I don't know about things I don't answer because I don't want to give people bad information.
Damn it! I'm sick of all of you.
What was the question? Sorry.
Phoenix Omega order for Thrawn. Ezra has all his Omegas in his gear 10. The rest are gear 8. I think
Thrawn?
It's for the Thrawn event.
None. You don't need any Zetas on Phoenix.
No, Omegas, not Zetas.
Oh, Omegas. Hold on. Sorry about that.
I think it's their uniques you got to get done first.
You got to get their unique because they share it, and it depends on the squad that you're running to.
Well, because of Hera, right? You want to get all that good sharing footage with each other.
I'm going through them right now because I don't remember them.
It's been a while, right?
Start with Hera and look at her Zetas. So her first, or her Omegas. Her backup plan gives 20% turn meter gain. That's okay. Her leader ability, turn meter gain doubled for allies with less than full health. So you can do...
Those two,
they're decent, but I don't think you need either of them. She said, you said Ezra's full max, right?
Yeah, so it's the other.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Zeb next. Zeb's Omega, the first one adds 10% protection. I would do this one because the survival with the health and the protection gain from Zeb really helps.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be one of them right now. His Shrug Off adds 10% protection to his bonus and stuff. Max protection equal to 10% of the max health. He gains 10% protection. So I would go with Shrug Off as definitely one to increase Zeb's survival. Zeb becomes key in that fight. You need Zeb because he does so much stagger and control with that. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Chopper has an Omega everywhere. You don't need his basic. He gets added evasion with his taunt, which is nice, but you don't necessarily need it. He gains extra protection whenever he does his other special, which is okay. And really what you want is his unique, because it adds heal, protection, and then Chopper can assist another droid. Now, here's the fun thing about that. There's a lot of times in that fight where you put a stagger on with Zeb, and you don't want Chopper to assist, and all of a sudden Chopper is like, "Yay, I'm coming to help," and he hits him and then eats up the stagger like
right. You're like, you bastard!
Like, God damn it! But
you seriously sick bastard!
That's like the one condition.
Why would you do that, Chopper? You hit like a wet noodle.
Dangerous little droid. He's living up to his name. So.
Oh God!
But that would be the other one. Chopper's unique is definitely one that you want, and then last one is Kanan. And Kanan, his special gives 10% heal and 15% counter chance. Definitely want to get that because that's for everyone in the team. You can bring up his taunt a little bit quicker with his Intervene Omega. It reduces the cooldown by 1, so from 4 to 3. That does become very useful. So the ones I'm looking at in particular are going to be Kanan's special, Kanan's unique, Chopper's unique, and Zeb's unique. Those are the 4 that I would say you really need to get. But otherwise, I would work on all the other uniques. But your Ezra's already there, so yep.
All right. Question is Mission and Big Z good Zetas?
Yeah, I brought up that question earlier. So
Oh, you
got
did.
it.
Oh, yeah, you did. Mitchell Cronin. How much of a difference is Gear 11 to Gear 12 on Nest? Huge. Bayonet, baby.
Yeah, the bayonet.
It's not the change from Gear 11 to Gear 12. It's the bayonet you can get at Gear 12. So just getting her to Gear 12 is not going to provide you the benefit you're looking for.
All right. Kazakage, do you think Keenan and Zen and Hera good Zetas? What?
It's 2 bayonets on Enfys. She's sick. She's sick, I tell you.
What are you talking about?
Enfys is a beast. Sorry.
She is a beast.
Yeah, I know. The double Zeta beast. Sorry. Repeat the question.
Kazakage 2, easy question. Do you think Kanan and Zeb and Hera are good Zetas?
If you are investing in the entire Phoenix team, yes. The Phoenix team goes to a whole new level once you get the Zetas on everyone. But if you don't have the Zetas on everyone, then you have to kind of worry about them being plug-and-play Zetas and what their effectiveness is as a plug-and-play Zeta. Kanan's Zeta can work out reasonably as a plug-and-play tank because his Zeta will allow for the dispel of buffs, but it's on Phoenix allies, right? But it'll include him, grant defense up, and then Kanan and another ally gain foresight. So that really does help. Helps better when you have all Phoenix versus just kind of Kanan, but the Kanan one is really good. So that would be one I would prioritize if you're working on the Phoenix team. The Hero one, I can't say I'm super sold on. It's good. It adds potency and it'll dispel debuffs and reduce cooldowns. And I mean, it's okay. It's a good Zeta, but it's not one I'm super sold on. The ones that I still like the most are Zeb and Sabine. Those are the Zetas that I like the most.
Okay.
So yes, Sabine, Zeb, and Kanan I think are really good Zetas. Hera you can do in order to kind of finish off the team, but yeah, it just depends how much you want to invest in the Phoenix.
All right, and I think that's it. So, Finn, that is our end of our questions. Do you want to talk to the good folks out there about what we're trying to do for ACS?
Yeah. So again, we are raising money for the American Cancer Society. You see the little bar at the bottom, just trying to show you our progress. Our goal is 15,000. We're currently at 10,728, so we are definitely getting close there. So if you guys are able to, please check out the Tiltify page. We have the wristbands up for sale. We have good old Maurice's dancing video available to you. We still have the challenge of me wearing a porg to the ACS dinner. We still have Grim's roster roasting available for you to donate to. And we just added a new milestone where if we hit 11,000, we'll be giving away a $15 iTunes or Google Play gift card courtesy of Captain Obvious. So thank you very much, Captain Obvious. So once we hit 11,000, we are going to be giving that away. So we want to do that as soon as possible here for Captain Obvious. So if you guys want a Google Play gift card and also want to donate to a good cause, donate to the American Cancer Society and enter for your chance to win that Google Play gift card. Not to mention, every dollar donated through the Tiltify counts as an entry into the lightsaber giveaway. So we are getting closer to that lightsaber giveaway, which is around 14,200 something. And so once we hit that, we will give away the lightsaber based on the raffle drawing. So there you go.
All right. So with that being said, check out our Patreon. If you haven't checked it, we love our Patreon supporters. It keeps us going with everything. Guys, stop what you're doing. Hit the thumbs up on the video, please, before you go. And subscribe. If you like the content, then hit the subscribe button and know when we're doing our live stream. So tonight we got Tactical Monsters, correct, Dr. Finn?
Indeed.
All right.
We'll have it tonight.
And that'll be at what time?
9:30. 9:30 p.m.
And if you want to catch me, I'll be over there hanging out with Miss Passier, and we will be discussing Grand Arena and a whole bunch of stuff and going through things for you guys. So, and then tomorrow we'll be back for the lunch stream. We'll do tomorrow's the big Battlefront stream. I'm going to be doing nothing but Anakin gameplay on HVV. And then Saturday we got the Jedi Academy, and then I think I'll do an extra special stream, Finn. We can do the Grand Arena battles for everybody after the Jedi Academy, I think, and we can do this again. So I think what's Thursday? So preview next, then battles. Yeah, so Saturday we can do the battles for you guys, so, and you guys, we'll get the crew together and we'll do that for you guys for about an hour and a half. Run through this, answer some more questions and stuff for you. All right. That being said, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later.